Good morning, people. Welcome back to the channel. So we are gonna start the upper body. What was that? The second upper body session of the week. I'm gonna, this week I'm actually gonna do more free weights than I usually do, just because I really like them. So I'm gonna start with dumbbell flat bench pressing. I think 2 days ago or 3 days ago, whatever it was, when I did the first upper body session, I did incline um, bench pressing with dumbbells. So now we're going to change it a little bit. We're going to keep the dumbbell part in, but the bench is going to be flat this time around. So I have 47 and a half kilos. I wish this gym had 50s, but they don't have the 50s. So we're going to keep the 47 and a halves. It's pretty good. It's very decent weight, to be honest. So should be all right. But yeah, we're going to start with that. I'm going to get into the second set, into the first set rather just now, and then we're going to go straight and do back. One of the things that I wanted to say, because I heard it from Jeff Nippard the other day, and it made a lot of sense. And it's one of these things that is like, that should have made sense a while ago for me, especially for someone who's been in the gym for so long, but it didn't. It just didn't click. I guess it's just habit after a while. So if you're used to, doing your warm up and it takes 10 to 15 minutes, you're just used to doing the warm up that way. But Jeff, what he said essentially is when you warm up, you don't need to wait in between sets of warming up. So what I did today is I grabbed the 20s. I did a long set with, I say long, as in time under pressure. That it was long wise that way. But I did the 20s first. I did 10, 12, 15 reps, however many I did. Slow, controlled, all the way down. Make sure that I stretch the pecs. Then I went up to the 27 and a half. Then I went up to the 30s. I think. No, I went up to 32 and a half. And then I went all the way up to the 47 and a half. I only did 3 reps with the 47s. And now I'm ready to do the set. But the thing is, I put the dumbbells down, grabbed the heavier pair, did the set, put them down, grabbed the heavier pair, did the set. Do you see what I mean? And that saves you quite a lot of time for warming up because your muscles are not tired when you warm up. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to waste time resting and recovering in between sets. You know, set in the morning, eh? But yeah, we're gonna do the first set now. 47 and a half kg per arm. Let's see how many reps we can do here then. Oh, whew. Not bad. I think it's around 10. Not bad at all. All right. So that's the first exercise done and dusted. I'm going to do some back now. Or at least we'll try to, because I see there's a lot of people back there using what I want to use. Oh. Right, so chest supported rope pullovers. Well, I mean, if you have seen any videos on this channel before, you have seen these for sure. Very, very good exercise because it isolates the muscles. And the thing with back is, sorry, let me put the right amount of weight on the actual machine. So the thing with back is you can't actually see what's happening on your back. So it's hard to sort of isolate the right muscles with the right movement. Because, you know, when you do chest, like you can see your chest. When you do biceps, you can see your biceps. You can see the triceps in the mirror, especially. Legs, again, you can see the quads. Hamstrings, not so much, but again, it's a pretty easy muscle to isolate, especially with machines. But even with free weights, if your technique is proper, yeah, you're good to go. Back, on the other hand, it's a bit of a weird one. So this exercise is very fucking good at isolating the back. It's really hard to not isolate your back once you start doing it properly. And I say properly, it's not even that difficult. As long as the bench is set in a certain way, you wrap these around the ropes, and then you can just pull. And because it's a chest supported one, it's very hard to use any momentum. So your back is doing all the work. So let's give this a try. 2 sets. I've explained why I do 2 sets with back, but I'll explain it again after the set. Oof. 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 Oh. Oh. Ooh. Okay. So that's one set down. So hopefully that explained what it was pretty much self-explanatory, really. It's a very hard exercise to fuck up. So, and it's really, really good at isolating your back because you can't really move it. You can't really use any momentum. You can only really use your back. Maybe some biceps. But I mean, on every single pull exercise, you're going to use a little bit of biceps anyway. Your back is still active, is the point. But yeah, I think we actually did 16 reps as well. I'm gonna have to check my phone, but I'm pretty sure I did 14 reps for the same amount of weight before. So if I am correct, 2 more reps, pretty happy with that. And yeah, we only have 1 more set left here. I've explained this in previous videos, but the reasoning behind that is my back is ahead of the rest of my body, really. And since I like to bodybuild, I sort of have to make sure that the proportions are correct or appealing, let's say, when you put them together. So because my back is so ahead of the game, I'm not necessarily doing maintenance volume because I'm still doing 2 heavy ass sets very close to failure. So, and I'm going to have to do another back exercise. So that's 4 sets of back close to failure, if not 2 failures sometimes as well, with very good isolation as well and technique. So it's like, you're still training back hard. I don't think I'm going to see any significant gains in back by training that little. As in volume wise, obviously this is low, 2 sets. 3 sets is more ideal per exercise. But still, the reason that I'm doing this is I want to leave the resources in my body so my body can recover other muscle groups quicker and focus on, obviously building those up instead of not isolating, instead of allocating resources to the back. so that my body can heal it, if this makes sense. So I'm taking away volume from the back to allow my body to heal other parts of my body quicker, so I can lift more weight and obviously make those parts bigger. So, with that being said, one more set left, and then we're going to go back to chest. I think it's mid-pec flies. I'm going to have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's mid-pec flies. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a second. Oh, 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 oh. Right. Oh, let me set up the bench for some test. Well, almost said back. I've got test. These are essentially flies, but obviously with cables. So I'm gonna do upper pec, just because yesterday was supposed to be the upper body, this upper body day, and today was supposed to be leg day, but yesterday was a work trip, so skip gym. So today upper body, tomorrow's gonna be legs. So because I'm obviously gonna miss a day in the week, so to say, I don't really want to do any mid pec flies at the moment because I think upper chest is always more important. So if you have to choose between mid pec flies and upper pec flies, always do upper pec flies. This is definitely one of the most difficult parts of your body to bring out just because it's hard to isolate. Which brings me to the next point, which is this exercise is probably one of the best that I have come across to isolate the top pec and obviously make it bigger. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. Again, if you've been into this channel, if you watch the videos in this channel, you do know what it looks like. And I have explained why it is so very effective. It still requires a little bit of technique and a little bit of thought into the muscle, but I'll show you what it looks like and sort of go from there. So we're only going to do 2 sets. This was always a 2-set exercise, and then we're going to move into the last back exercise. So let's get this one done. So bench is on an incline. What you're going to do is literally extend your chest to the most, and then bring those up. All right, good shit. Oh, that's a very good exercise. You can also, when you're doing this, what you can also do, you can do this, as in being lie down, back touching the bench, and then when you kind of like start reaching a failure point, you stand up and you do a few more. This will enable front delts a little bit more, and obviously take tension away from the from the pecs in general, and allow you to do a few more reps. You can also use a little bit of momentum like this. It's okay if you want to go a little bit faster as well, but yeah, it's kind of like a superset. If you're supersetting the same muscles, but the same muscle groups anyway. But yeah, you call it whatever you want to call it. So one more set here. Then we're gonna do some myo reps with back, 2 sets still, and then we're gonna do some shoulders, and then that will be that. First set for back then. Well, second set really, but you get the idea. First set on this exercise. Oh, all right. One more, and then moving. Cool. Some shoulders, and then that will be that. Shoulders. We're gonna add a plate compared to what we usually do. So 3 plates, and yeah, I mean, you know the deal. The deal pretty much. 45 degrees. Well, I mean, I say 45. Oh shit! Actually, 45 degrees around here, and then it's already at 45 degrees to be honest because of this. So a lot of people start from down there. You should start from up here always. But yeah, I've added 3 plates. Let's see how many reps we can actually do. I think before that we used to do anywhere from 13 to 17 per arm, so reps per arm. So let's see. Okay, so 11. But here's the issue that I'm seeing with this. It's fucking hard. I don't know if you saw this, but like, kind of like it's stuck. I'll try lifting it, right? Just stuck somewhere. I don't know what, but let's finish the other arm and then talk about it. That was 11 as well. Get seeing. It's pretty balanced with both arms. I mean, both shoulders are pretty balanced, but this it's about 70 pull. It's like there is resistance where it's not supposed to be. Like, see what I mean? It shakes a bit too much. Hey ho, we are. This is what it is. We're gonna do 2 more sets and then we're gonna call it a day. Stuck again. Oh well. Two more. Well, one per arm, but yeah. Right. And the last one. Oh, cool. So we're calling it a day. I'll see you tomorrow with legs.